Yo, check it.
Welcome back to another podcast episode. Happy Monday, everybody.
Happy
thank
Monday.
you.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Hey.
Let's introduce ourselves. Who's here? My name is JERiCK.
I'm here. My name is Christian.
Roll call. I'm Noel.
Hey.
Hi, Noel. I'm Rafi.
All right, so we got Christian, we got Noel, and we got Rafi. There's four of us today, so it's going to be a interesting one.
What do you guys, what Raf call us now? The Yo Check It Tribe?
Yeah.
Yo, check it, tribe.
Oh, hey. Kicking it with the Yo Check It Tribe here.
Yes.
If y'all haven't checked us out,
Pretty much.
we got a new segment now. It's called Yo Check It Reacts.
Yes, we were reacting to
Yeah.
a bunch of artists, music artists.
Yeah.
Talent.
If y'all haven't seen it, like check it out. But if you guys got artists that we want to react to, or you want us to react to, hit that up.
Yeah, so check us out on YouTube if you're just listening in.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
But anyways,
But now this is the podcast.
this
The
is the
podcast.
podcast.
It's
So
a different thing now.
This is a
It's a
different
different
Let's,
thing.
This is the deeper stuff.
Yeah.
This is where we get to talk more than usual.
Yeah.
yes, we're allowed to talk in here.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's just get into it. We don't need to do any
You people
Fluff.
and your keyboards.
Yes.
You people at your keyboard.
Yes.
Hey man, come on.
Okay.
What are we going to talk about? I'm excited.
But anyways, today's topic is
the
wait,
suspense
what was
got
it?
it, you
is
got it,
killing
Jay.
me.
Come on, bro.
I know,
The
I know,
suspense
I know.
is killing me.
Drum roll. We
We
interrupt this program for a quick message from our sponsors.
Wish 107.
Shit, what was it?
I got it. All right, so today we're gonna talk about today's topic is gonna be what makes you nervous on a date.
On the date.
So we're going back into the dating pool.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Some
The
of y'all have been
last-
waiting for it.
Yeah.
It's here.
Podcasts that I've been on two other ones. We were talking about love. This one, it's going to be like, when you feel like you're ready for love and you want to step back into the love realm, dating.
Yes.
What makes your pits sweaty?
It's a shit show. But
You think
anyways,
so?
well, not really, but
I mean, if y'all have been keeping
some
up with
some
Yo
people
Check It,
do say that it's a mess out there. The dating scene.
It's been a minute since I've been on the dating scene.
There's so many things going on. There's Tinder. There's Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, Facebook got that dating thing
Yeah.
going on now.
the,
Wait,
the
what?
definition
Yeah,
of dating
Facebook.
has changed, I feel
Wait,
like.
Yeah.
You know?
What's going on Facebook?
Bro, like Facebook's like, hey, are you dating? I should probably put my status as taken because Facebook's telling me I gotta go date now.
Yeah, I saw that. They have like this thing. Thanks, Facebook. I haven't used it. I've kind of was curious to see what it was about. So I was like, hit the button. I saw what steps I needed to take in order to see what the Facebook dating world was all about. But then it was just way too much. And I was
So what is it?
never mind. It's just like a dating, it's like a dating app, but in the Facebook realm. So you have the entire Facebook community that you're a part of, that you are able to see who is a single and ready to mingle.
Yeah.
I should look into
Hey.
that.
Now you know.
You're welcome, Facebook dating app.
And,
We're not sponsored.
we're
but
sponsored by Facebook. But anyways, you guys get nervous on.
So which one of us are all single, first of all and foremost?
Hey, okay, I'm sorry. I gotta go. I'll see y'all later.
But does the
Bye,
fact
Christian.
that you're taken mean that you don't go on dates anymore?
Oh no, we still go on dates. We have no.
Do you get nervous on your dates?
I get nervous every time I'm around my woman.
No, let's
Really?
just
sure.
Ooh.
let's talk
okay.
about the dates that you guys went to before you guys got like official. Where you
Oh, okay, yeah, we can do that for sure.
Yeah, the chase.
Were you
We
were
talk
you
about the
nervous?
chase.
Oh, I was most definitely okay. So, me going into this relationship, I was absolutely nervous. I would always like I would always think about am I dressed nicely? Do I got the right topics to talk about? Like, do I this? My breath's good. All right, you
Okay.
know.
Are you just trying to make sure that you're on point?
Yeah, do you
and not-
have like a checklist that you like need to hit in order to feel like you're most confident when
Yeah.
do go on a
I have
date?
to.
And what would that be?
It'd be like, all right, hair fresh. All right, check. Well, sometimes my hair's not that fresh, but it does its own thing, so I just let it do its thing. And then I gotta make sure that my skin's all nice and lotioned up. Back in the day, there was no beard, but as it was growing, I just made sure that it's like not wild. I made sure like my orifices were smelling good. So like my sweats,
But pheromones are a real thing.
No, absolutely.
I specifically don't wear deodorant because of that.
Oh,
Maybe not specifically, but it's like, when you smell a certain scent that
Smelly,
you just
smelly
animal instincts kick in and you're like, oh, baby. Yeah. They've done scientific studies where pheromones and like the scent, like you can either be like extremely attracted or like it deters a person.
Yeah,
actually,
I mean pheromones are real.
Have you ever smelled someone where you're like,
Side note.
is
I
it
just
getting
have-
too juicy?
Literally for me, the best compliment ever from like the opposite sex is when you hug somebody and they're like, "Oh, you smell good."
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Because
Yeah.
for me, I always like to
Huge.
wear cologne, so
Yeah.
that's just my thing.
I
though,
noticed
yeah.
that you were wearing cologne when we had gone out to sushi today. Yeah.
I do it
Sorry, Christian.
every day.
Oh
You
man,
missed out.
I try.
let me
not
smell
to-
that real quick, Jay. Give me that cologne smell.
I don't
right
think she
quick.
was talking about the cologne, but
Yeah.
I try not to use mine every day.
Yeah,
See,
I try not to use cologne.
I use it
always,
like if I go out like on a date or something, or
Yeah.
if we're just out, then I'll use it. But
Is there like a scent that you have specifically for going out and trying to be
I mean, I
saucy
have,
for
like-
someone?
a few different colognes that I just use it whatever I feel that day.
Okay. I use essential
So-
oils.
So it's okay. Yeah, I've
'Cause
heard people use
I
that
know
too.
my woke
Yeah.
people are so disappointed in me right now. I'm sorry. I use
Well,
cologne.
scent is like super powerful
Yeah,
because it's
absolutely.
the strongest thing tied to memory. So
Yeah.
for me, using essential oils and the aromatherapy aspect of things, it's like if I can put on a scent that makes me tap into a certain emotion, like lavender is super calming.
Yeah.
So it just makes me feel like it's like a comfort for me to have that on and to smell that. And if somebody else were to smell that, then it's like I know that that's maybe doing its job in that way that it's done it for me.
There's
Yeah,
a-
because I mean, for me, like I dated a girl that she was like, "Oh, I really like the smell on you," so that's what I used a lot when we were together. So
Is it
you know,
something that you've
it
kept?
works.
Yeah.
Well, when I
Good
first
track
started
record.
dating my girlfriend, she's like, I don't know what it is about you, but you just smell so good. I'm like, that's our spring, baby.
It's called taking a shower.
but I'm pretty positive. It's just because like you have a smell.
Yeah.
So
A smell.
Yeah.
A smell.
that's why I try to stick to one cologne
Yeah.
because that sort of becomes your signature scent in a way.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
I haven't used cologne in a minute though.
But it's really cute. Like they have this look on their face for like a half a second when they.
Yeah, a
Just,
nice
I mean,
smelling
it's
man,
like-
it's something so attractive about that from a woman's perspective, from my perspective, that when you can smell like a guy's put effort
Yeah.
into impressing or just made an effort in general,
Yeah.
that's sexy.
You heard it, fellas. Take a shower.
Fellas,
Yeah.
hygiene is so important. If
God,
you-
hygiene is so
Oh,
important.
Yeah, it really
it
is.
if you
really
need it,
is.
here's a tip for you. Go to your wherever you buy your cologne and ask for the brand called Chrome. You're welcome.
There you go.
That's a tip. That's
Shout out
straight tip.
Chrome.
Yeah, where's the sponsorship at, fam?
I
We're
know.
not sponsored. But we looking forward.
Okay,
But I
for
think we're
sure.
going a little
Yeah,
off.
we got
We got a
Well,
little
so you
side
have your
note.
checklist that you
Oh
like,
yeah.
make sure that
You just gotta make sure everything's fresh. I mean, like my shoe game was not that strong back in the day, but as long as it looked nice and clean, everything was clean. I was good. And then, I like doing the driving, so I just want to make sure that if I'm picking her up or if I'm driving, like the car is kind of clean. That's like important. You just gotta make sure that you're looking good everywhere and anywhere you are.
First impression.
Yeah, I
First
think it's just
impressions,
like
yeah.
putting your best foot forward.
Mhm.
You know, like just give it a little extra.
Yeah.
Make sure you
And
impress.
although we were friends, it's just like I want you to know that like I'm not gonna be lazy about this. This getting into a relationship with you means a lot to me. So this is how I present myself, and this is how I present myself every single time. So she knows that like we've been dating for about 6 months now, almost 7, and I'll take a shower for sure every single day. I have to. Like,
Really?
you know, I gotta smell good. I got like, you know.
That's good.
My hair is always
Very
done. I want to make
thoughtful.
sure that my hair is like, you know, nice
Shit,
and
there's
slicked
some
back.
days I take 2 showers, man.
You have to sometimes.
Really? See,
I sweat a lot.
I've gone through like a stint of my life when I was traveling that I was literally bathing in a river. So I've gotten to the point in my life where I think that natural oils and, like I said, those pheromones. I mean, I don't take showers daily for that sense, but it's like I just love showers in general. I know we're getting off topic and but it's like I'm so appreciative of having like actually hot water to bathe in.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's so
But that's a little
nice.
off topic. So, yeah, I mean, cleanliness and hygiene.
Yeah.
If
It's
I'm
important.
that and I'm presented like to the best of my ability, then I mean, I just let the conversation and who I'm with when I'm on a date go from there. But if
Yeah.
I don't have like those set in place and I'm on like, I guess that would be where the insecurities could creep in. But then at the same time, it's like if I'm on a date with someone where it's like I don't feel like I do look perfect, it's like, and I'm insecure about it, do I want to be with someone or move forward with someone who's like, I don't know, where I do feel insecure about it?
Yeah, yeah.
Or someone who can't accept those insecurities. So dating's like a whole thing.
It's a
a
mental
whole
game,
thing.
high key. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah.
can't go. It's like going to war. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go into war without like your essentials. You ain't got like your weapons, your armor. You can't just like if you're gonna go in there without like protection. You're not.
Darn.
Yeah,
not
bring
ready.
protection.
Yeah, oh man, that's a whole nother thing too. Yeah. Well, okay, so talking about nerves on a first date, do you guys as males go into a first date thinking that you'll need protection, that you'll get to a point of where we'll get to a point where you want to take it to the next step?
I mean, for me, I don't
Does
think
that
of it.
make you nervous?
I don't think of it as like this is my goal for today. That for the day at least,
Yeah.
like to basically end in that note. But I do prepare for it.
You gotta be ready.
Yeah, you got to be ready because you never know. Like
Yeah,
if
you never know.
You know what? And I'm
all
gonna
of a sudden everything goes well, and then both of you guys decided that you want to.
Sometimes women are bold.
Yeah.
So
you know what? For me, it's just like if it happens, it happens. But I've never prepared for that. I was never
always gotta be
No,
ready.
yeah,
I was-
Always gotta
get
be
ready, bro.
like the first date that I took my girlfriend on. I was just like, all right, cool. Like we're gonna like I want to make sure that this date's like super nice, super romantic, super sweet. And you'll plan everything to a T.
Yeah.
But it's all not just gonna.
No,
it's not
this
gonna,
this is actually a great thing because because of what you just said.
Yeah.
All right, take this this is just the guy's perspective, but if you honestly like a girl, you're not thinking about that. That is not on your mind.
That
If
is
you,
not on your
if
mind.
you genuinely like the girl that you're going on a date with,
yeah.
for me at least, that's not even on my brain. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I just want to spend time. My first goal in a date, any date.
Let me
especially
correct.
the first
Let me
date.
correct you guys right there.
JERiCK's
It's-
like, not me.
No. I know what you meant. You've thought about it, but that's not your goal. That's not your intention.
Yeah.
But it's been on your mind, so
Oh,
don't
I
even.
mean,
I wasn't.
don't
Well, I
e-
wasn't. You know, honestly, I
Don't
was not
even
even
try.
thinking about it.
No,
My
no,
first-
JERiCK's right. There's sexual attraction, of course, right? But it's just not the first thing.
Yeah,
If there's
yeah.
10
It's definitely
things on
not
your
the
mind-
intention.
Yeah, if there's
Yeah.
10 things on your mind about this girl, it's like it's not
Yeah,
even
yeah.
in the 10.
I think
You know what I'm
if
saying?
it just like gets to that point, it's just like, boom, in there. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't expect this to happen,
Right.
so I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't got the
So
protection that
then-
you're seeking. So
Would that be the reason why men would be nervous when it comes to being on a date? Is for that reason of expecting to sleep
Yeah, I
with
think
the
a lot
girl
of-
in the
A lot of
long-
guys probably have like
in the end
intention
result?
for it to be like to end in that note.
Is that where the nerves stem from?
Probably because like if you're expecting a certain result, then you're probably kind of like, I don't want to fuck this up.
yeah, it's results.
Yeah.
It's not like getting into bed the first date. It's getting to know this person the first date and making sure that impression sticks. I think that's what makes it nervous for me.
Yeah.
At least,
That?
if I haven't made this girl smile by the end of this date, then I must have done something wrong. Like I'm not worried about getting into bed. I'm worried about putting a big fat smile on that woman's face because
Or
if she
just have a
hasn't
good time
smiled-
in general.
Right,
Yeah, good
right.
time, exactly. It has to be. It has to be a smile. If you haven't made somebody smile on that first date,
It's if there's more than 3 minutes of silence, like I would feel shaky about that.
You guys,
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
you guys get nervous or not nervous, but like, do you guys feel awkward when there's like the good conversation just all of a sudden stop and then like, okay, now what?
Yes, but it's like it's very for me
Do you
at
have
least.
a protocol when those scenarios happen? Because they do happen, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen.
Okay. So 2-part question. Wait. What was your question again?
Do you
when
guys
like
get
the
like
flow of the conversation,
yeah, like all of a sudden? I mean, not all of a sudden,
I
but like
got you. Yeah.
that one conversation just ends, and then like you got to go on to the next
So
topic.
yeah.
But then
the answer to your question is yes for me, but it's like for most like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Because to answer Noel's question, usually I'll ask something really basic.
Yeah.
See me when I go on dates, like my conversations end up becoming about it goes from like general stuff to getting
Deeper
personal.
stuff. Yeah.
You know what I
personal
mean?
stuff,
Like
yeah.
some people start off the opposite
yeah.
way, but that's just like naturally how my dates have gone.
Yeah.
So usually I'd be like, so how many siblings do you have? Or
yeah.
hey, I saw your dog. How many pets do you have? Or
Yeah.
are you dog person, cat person?
You start
just
playing
ask
that 50 Cent music. It's like, girl.
21 questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly,
I didn't get it.
exactly.
Sing it. You ready to do? You got to play 21
Really?
questions with her. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I mean,
that's
Ask
cool.
ask her something that you know she's interested in,
I
or
mean,
that you know.
Mm-hmm.
Do you expect her to? Because I know when you go on a date, like us guys, we're kind of like, oh, we want to get to know her, so we ask her questions.
Yeah.
Do you have that expectations of her asking you
The same.
the same? Well,
I would hope so.
I mean, yeah, I want.
because you know how like people like to talk about themselves, and then they kind of just
Yeah.
like when you ask them questions, they're like, oh, okay, they go on and on to answer your questions,
Yeah.
and then they don't necessarily like reciprocate with.
Right.
It's like, oh, well,
It's like they're.
It's my
It
turn,
seems
though.
like they're not interested in you
yeah.
as much
So
as you're
it
interested
seems
in them.
like they're
They'll
not
be
that
fooled
interested.
though. In all honesty, I think like they'll ramble on about themselves because they
have
are
no idea what to-
Nervous.
yeah.
They-
Some
they're-
girls
they're-
get nervous that way. Yeah.
I mean, it's not even just them. It's me. Like, shoot, I'll talk about myself. I'll keep talking. Stop me because I'm trying to get to know you. I'm not. I already know me. I'm trying to get to know you. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's fair if you're okay. So I had brought up earlier that the fact of just being on a date with someone else, that it sets the precedence of the mutual interest in each other.
right,
hmm So for me, going on a date, I mean, the reason why I'm there is to get to know the person better.
Right.
And how we connect is how we connect, and I don't try to ever force that connection of being like, you got a brother because I got a brother, you got a sister because I got a sister.
No, because I've
Oh,
gone
you
on.
have a brother too? Oh my god! You have a kitchen too? Oh my god!
Right, like I want it to flow.
I got a floor.
Yeah, I want it to
Yeah.
like flow and it be like something organic and cool, and it's like, yo, I like your vibe. Like I could do this a lot.
Because I
Yeah.
think I've gotten on some dates that she didn't necessarily ask a lot of questions. So I was kind of sitting like, oh, she doesn't seem like she's interested. So I'm just kind of like,
So is this gonna be the rest of my night? Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Once the
So-
phone pops out, I'm out. That's the rule. Once
really?
the phone pops out, I'm out.
yeah. If she's on her phone for longer than a minute,
yeah.
that's a bad.
She's
sign.
like sending SOS to her girlfriends to like call.
Like,
Yeah.
yo,
Like,
call me
get
real
me out of
quick.
this,
I want to
please.
get out of here. Yo, don't even
Oh,
play
you know,
with me,
you know
girl.
what?
We just be
You know
real.
what's funny? I went on a date with somebody, and then I asked her like, "What's your exit strategy She
For
was
the
like-
relationship or for the date?
for the date?" I was like,
Okay.
"If this doesn't go right, what's your plan?"
Okay. What did she say? What did she say?
No. Yo, what'd she say, dude?
she
What's
laugh?
your
Wait, did
exit
she laugh? Did she
strategy?
laugh?
She laughed, and then
Okay,
she was
that's
like,
good. That's good.
"She was like, I didn't even think about that." But
That's great.
Do
I
you
was
have
like,
one?
That's funny. That's a
that
good
you
one. to
make
be
somebody
honest.
laugh.
yeah, because
Yeah.
I asked her like, "So are you gonna call your girlfriend in the middle of this just in case like this doesn't work out?"
That's hilarious.
It's like, yo, I understand if your dog needs help.
I know.
Yeah.
It's
Do you
like,
have to go home and wash your hair? Right, you do. Okay.
Me too. Hold on.
All right, safe word right now. Pineapple.
but yeah, I asked her that, and then she just kind of laughed. But
Oh.
That's
yeah.
great, man.
I'm trying to think
Love
if
that.
there's ever been a date that I've been on where I'm like, this is absolutely atrocious. Like, I need to get out of here.
You told him
ASAP.
that? Just
No, I'm trying to think if I ever did have an exit plan, because for me, I literally just would go on dates because back in San Diego, like I was on Tinder and Bumble and just my motto at that time was like, a girl's gotta eat, like
Oh, no, wow.
yeah.
No.
All right,
Hey
I'll say
man,
it.
we're all human.
But
We're
it's
all
like,
human.
but I loved meeting people, and like, there's so many beautiful people out there, and it was like just the perfect time of
Yeah.
my life where it's like I was in a new city. I wanted to get as much out of it as I possibly could, and I wanted to meet as many people
Like
as
I
I
said,
could.
No, well, you know
yeah, I
what?
think this is why I don't buy girls drinks at the
Yeah.
bar,
Why
because
is
I'm just
that?
like, this is just kind of pointless.
No, well, I feel you. Pasta's expensive.
But it's like, but then you get an understanding. There have been times where it's
Yeah.
like guys have tried to be like, "Hey, girl, you want to like Netflix?" And I entertained it once where I'm like, "Yo, put in like a stand-up comic and let's just laugh and have like a good time." And that was cool.
Yeah.
But then it gets to a point where it's like, if they're investing like, "Hey, come over to my house and just like chill," like I'm like. Ugh. That's it.
two things.
Cool.
First
I'll
thing,
pass on that.
I just have a question. Does a hookup count as a date?
No,
what-
I wouldn't
like
say I don't
a-
think
Okay,
so.
okay. No,
No.
I just needed to know for
You
the
need
sake of this
clarification?
A
segment.
date is
All right,
like
hold
you
on, I gotta-
put effort.
My-
You
okay,
put
no, no.
effort
My notes are
into
wrong.
it.
I'm
you
sorry.
know?
I just needed to know for the sake of the segment.
It's like
I'm
if
sorry.
you want to have the company and you want to like be in a presence with each other, it's like put effort into it.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
if
yeah.
you don't,
Of
or
course.
if you do for a certain amount of thing, at least make it known for then the other person to be
Right.
like, "That's cool with me." Like, yeah, that's awesome, and that's great for some people, And then if it's not cool and you want somebody to try a little bit harder,
Yeah.
then that sets that precedence.
I think the general rule is before you can stimulate the body, you need to stimulate the mind. You got to give it.
Right.
I think me and my friend, we called it the mental hand job. You have to make sure that they're
It's
good
hilarious,
up
but
mental
here
handy J.
before you go.
No,
What
do
is a
anything other
mental
than that.
handy J?
This is why I
Can
was
you fill me in
saying-
on this? How do you get mentally
I,
stimulated?
I think it's just like an amazing conversation. To be honest, it's just
Yeah.
like let's
Yep.
just talk
Yeah, I
about
think
like
just
you know,
having a deep,
meaningful
conversation.
conversation.
Yeah.
In all honesty, like, have you ever sat there with somebody? Just doesn't even have to be like man and woman, or it just be anybody, right? And you sit there and you're just talking about like things that implode within your mind. You're like, oh, dude, yeah, I was talking about this. I was thinking about this. Oh, yeah, this is. Have you ever had those?
I've always wanted to know that.
Yeah, you get super excited. Your voice gets higher. That's a mental hand job.
Yeah,
Okay.
because like
It's
sometimes
amazing.
like you have
Yeah, like
like
mind blown.
coffee
Yes.
with somebody,
Yeah.
and then like next thing you know, like 3 hours later, it's like, oh, we're
Yes.
still sitting down over here
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's been 3 hours. I thought it was like 10
Yeah.
minutes. What?
Yeah.
That's an
I like
amazing
that.
conversation.
That's another sign that you're on a good date.
Yeah.
Oh,
is that
absolutely.
you're like, oh shit, it's fucking 8. Like we've been together since
Yeah,
like
yeah.
3.
Yeah.
You know, like
Or just the convo's so good, like back
Yeah.
and forth. It's
that
like
you
there's
don't
no
even,
room to be
it
nervous.
just passes
Yeah.
by. Yeah, it just.
Yeah, at that
Or
point,
the
you're like, you
nerves
hungry?
fuel like the conversation next almost. It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
'Cause I
I'm
feel
getting a
like
little
for me, I think
nervous.
I get nervous going into it, but once I'm there, like I feel like I can
hang.
hang.
Do you think? Do you think it's just because like, it's the idea of like, oh, what am I like? I'm going into this date. I barely know this person, and what do I say? What do I do?
See, if
How do
I'm
I-
not nervous, then that's when I'm kind of get like blasé. Like I
Yeah.
need the nerves to
'Cause
fuel
I
me
think
because
it's
I know
like-
I feel like
when you're
the
not
nerves is, like,
nervous, that means
I'm not.
you don't
like, excited.
necessarily
excited, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
care enough for it. I mean, like, I don't know if care is like the right word, but like, let's say if you just like if we hang
I get what
out,
you're
like
saying.
you know,
I get what
like
you're
have
saying.
dinner, and then I was like, oh, I'm not nervous about this. It's just we're just
Yeah.
hanging out.
Just hanging out.
But like a date is a little bit
No, I
different
get
because you're
what
trying
he
to.
means is it's a good thing that it's a bigger deal.
Yeah, it's a big
what I'm
deal.
saying?
Well,
Well, a
let's-
bigger deal.
let's
Big
bring it
deal.
let's bring it down like this. It's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna take you out to dinner, right? And we're just gonna go as friends. But then the next day, you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take you to the same dinner, but this time it's gonna be a date. your mental game is like, oh shit. Well, yesterday it was a friendship thing. Today, oh shit, the word date popped up in his mouth. Oh, I don't know what to do.
I never even I never even say the word date. Bro.
You've never established it?
Come on.
You have to establish it.
I've never needed to.
You've never needed? Damn. Those are
But there's also
does it make you want to actually try to maybe
No, I
make
treat
that
it like an
something you
absolute
wanna
date.
try?
I think
like
he just
the way-
doesn't want to call it.
I just don't use the word date, but when I say
Because
hey,
you don't want to get turned down if it is a date as opposed to if it's just hanging out.
Is it because
I
you
just
want?
I just don't want preconceived notions. Period.
Oh. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. But
So how do you ask them
That
out?
makes
You
sense.
just like, hey, you want to go have dinner?
I've asked them what day they're free, and then I
You want to
ask
have
for a time.
Netflix and chill?
No, I literally no. It's literally as simple as, hey, I'm free Saturday at 3 p.m. I'd like to take you out, or let's go get. Like fellas, I've always. In my experience, it's always worked better when you pick a place. Don't be like, "What are you in the mood for?"
don't ever say what do you No.
Yeah.
Choose your.
Agreed.
You know what?
Agreed,
Choose your favorite
fellas.
spot. If anything.
Sushi, Korean barbecue. Let's go to Olive Garden.
Yeah,
I
or
don't
like
know,
I'll
man.
take you to a spot that I know
Yeah.
that you'll like. It'll be a
If
good
anything,
time.
So
Like if you choose your favorite spot the
That's
first date,
sexy.
you know it is sexy. Two, you know what's going on in that place. And three, is your favorite food. If she doesn't like it, then sorry,
Also-
more for me.
Thank you. Next.
also, it'll get you a few extra points because then she's gonna look at you and be like, "So what's good here?"
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And then that's a chance for
true.
you to show who you are, a part of yourself.
Yeah, and what you like, you already set the tone
Right.
of like,
Yeah.
yo, I
Right.
like it here. Hopefully
Right.
you like it. That's
But
why
in
asked
all
you to come
honesty,
here.
I never took my girlfriend to when we were dating. Like we always go on dates, but when we were dating, I never took her to a restaurant.
yeah.
Like I think our first date, I bought food from a restaurant, and then we went out to like a point to go like eat and just watch the city.
Yeah.
It was magical.
Okay.
But I've never really brought her to. I actually really wanted to take her to her favorite restaurant, but it's just never happened, you know.
Because
And-
you wanted to be intimate with her.
yeah.
Can I ask you something
Yes,
from a
please.
female's perspective?
Please.
Would you rather the guy
I'm a
say
female.
date, or does it sound more romantic when it's like, "Hey, can I take you out on Saturday night?"
I mean, just how you said that. Now you're gonna take you out on Saturday night.
And then you gotta say it with like that.
I
Can I
think
take you out?
okay for me. From wanting an opinion,
Yeah.
I love when a man tries to coordinate with my schedule because I'm busy.
Right.
And it shows that he's thoughtful in regards to planning around what I can actually accommodate and what I can do. Because if I can only spend like 30 minutes with him, like that's cool that he wants to spend time with me, but it's like as opposed to like 30 minutes, or you can wait like a couple days and like spend like a couple hours with me. So that's nice when people ask me
That's
what
why
I'm
I asked.
available for. And then in regards to what I want to do, I mean, I'm open to pretty much anything. I think food's a good idea. I think
Hikes.
I love
That's
food.
my second favorite.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
I
hikes,
think
dude.
Hike-
I'm
a
not,
hike date.
I'm not super picky when it comes to like what a guy wants to show me he likes to do and what he wants to impress me with and show me what he would want to, what he considers to be a good time with someone else. So that's actually something that I love to have men show me that side of them because everyone's so different and I love that. So, you know, if a guy were to say, hey, what time works for you? And then I tell him what time works for him. Then he's stoked about it and says, hey, then do you want to do this? And I'm like, yes, like, let's do that. And then we make it happen. Then that's awesome.
Would
I got
you
a quick
think that it's
question.
a date if he just asks you like that?
What?
Just do
Let me
you want to
take
hang
you
out?
Hey, you want to
Saturdays?
hang
Yeah.
out Saturday? I mean, and if it's something that I can do and it's something that I'm free to do,
Yeah.
then
Would you
I
consider
love
that a
that. I
date?
love spontaneity.
Would you consider that a date, or is it just like, oh, this guy just
Without
wants
the
to hang
word
out?
date and any like throughout the whole night, without the word date, would you consider it a date?
I think no.
I mean, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer.
There's
It's
not
just
a-
like I'm
it's-
just
No,
curious.
I mean, from my point of view, I think like I would get an idea if he would consider it a date or not,
Mm-hmm.
and by the way that I would feel our conversation would flow and jive. And I think, as cliche and as old school as this is, I think the sign that a man wants to offer to pay for the experience in exchange for me being there and him inviting me out, I think that that's something so beautiful. And I don't think it's something that women should be seen as like, I'm an independent woman. I can pay for things myself. And, you
Like,
know, like I don't
people
think that
take
way.
it for
I think
granted,
it's,
yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
beautiful. I think that's a great gesture.
I think that's a great segue for the next episode because I think I want to
Oh, you got
dive
another
into
topic?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One last question.
Wait,
before we
can I
dive in.
I just
Yeah.
want to put, in my perspective, I just want to put some context. I myself, before I ask somebody on a date, when I don't say the word date, I've already known them. I've gotten to know them enough to where it's
It's kind of like implied.
Oh,
it's
so you-
kind of
okay,
implied on
so
both
you're-
sides by that
Okay,
point.
okay.
You know
So
what I'm saying?
you're like, all right, you know what I'm about. You know what you're about. Like, I wumbo, you wumbo. Let's go wumbo.
But yeah, just I don't know. Like I've just never put myself in a position where it's a complete stranger and it's like a blind date. I guess that's what
Really?
you call it. Right?
You've never been
yeah,
on
yeah.
a dating app, Bumble, Tinder,
So
Grinder?
I have, and no, I have. I've used
Yeah.
Tinder, but those, at least how I've worked them is, hey, let's meet up. I never said the word date. Now, if we meet up and we end up making out, I never said date. Now it's a date,
Okay.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because the physical romanticism is involved.
Right. But I just
That makes
have never
sense.
needed or don't want to use the word date. That's just
Fair
a
enough.
personal thing, you know?
Yeah. What do y'all think? Do you
Well-
use date?
Oh, yeah. Please comment down below if you're watching this video. What do you guys think?
Let us know.
Okay.
Should,
Last
uh,
question.
I just heard 10
wait.
girls like,
Oh,
I need to know.
you said one last question
Wait,
earlier.
all right, this
Okay.
is the last one.
Okay.
You know, because it from this conversation,
interesting.
it's been guys asking girls out on a date.
Okay.
But the question is, do girls ask guys out on
I-
a date? I need to know.
Follow that on the next episode. Mic drop now. And that's it.
Boom. I love it. All right. We're ending
All
it
right,
there.
stay tuned, y'all. All right.
To be continued.
If you want to know about it,
Whoever's listening, you're like, oh, fuck, I gotta wait for next
I gotta
week.
wait till Monday. Well, sorry, bro.
well, whoever was watching the live stream. I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean, I'd love to hear all y'all's other opinions as
Yeah,
well.
like if you
for
guys
sure.
are watching it on YouTube, please comment down below whatever you guys are opinions about this topic that we talked about today.
Do you agree with us? Do you not agree with us?
If you think,
What do you think?
Just kidding.
stop judging.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
I'd love to get your opinions.
Thanks for taking time with us. Like and subscribe. And
See you guys
next week
next week.
on the Young
Peace.
Check It Tribe. Peace.